Have you seen Alien Romulus?
Nope.
So, serious question. As I was leaving the Walmart parking lot today, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. This is not something that by any means it popped into my head for the first time today. This has been a thought that I think has entered many people's minds over the years. When there is a person who has a car that has an extremely loud subwoofer in it, and evidently some pieces on the car that are not concretely secured, and so every time the bass hits,
Things are rattling.
it just goes.
It goes brrr, brrr.
Do you think they know how stupid they look, seem, sound?
Of course not. They probably got their hat on sideways and their pants down.
I don't
to
think
their
people do that
knees
anymore. I don't think sideways hats haven't been a thing in
That's the point of what I'm saying.
30 years.
That's the point.
Oh,
they are oblivious to things around them.
I see what you're saying. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men Podcast.
We are the B team.
It's Carl.
Brady.
What's up?
It's going stupid.
It's good. It's good. I've got a nice bassy sound system. My car doesn't rattle.
Your car doesn't run it?
Rattle.
Oh.
Just for the record. Yeah.
That's good for you.
Do you know how I know?
Because you've cranked it?
Because every time I go to drive somewhere, you turn the bass all the way up and then do a circle check.
So you're not one of them guys.
Yeah, just to make sure. Just to make sure I don't sound dumb.
As soon as it starts rattling, you get that expanding spray foam out and you just start spraying it.
Yeah. My favorite thing, though, that's not even my favorite idiotic car thing. My favorite idiotic car thing, God, I love this so much, is when, and this is like a very specific scenario, but I love when you are sitting, having lunch or an afternoon beverage on a patio of a restaurant at the corner of an intersection.
Okay.
And some
This is
douchebag,
oddly specific.
some douchebag pulls up to the red light, just revving away.
Okay.
Just ready to, just like, I've made some alterations to my car. It's loud, it's boomy. Look at me go. Light turns green and the idiot stalls. I love that. It is the happiest that I maybe ever am. So good.
Okay.
Yeah. So Alien Romulus.
Yeah. It's got aliens.
been
Let's talk biology 2.0. No, wait. This is which film is this? The fifth film? Seventh film?
Or something?
Biology 7.0.
How many have we watched? We blah 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 blah. Are you looking it up as well?
No, I was looking up something else because we're talking biology again because it's aliens.
4,
and
5.
For those that aren't aware, we have a Patreon.
6. This
And
was 7.
Say biology 7.0. And if you're a member of Patreon, you get access to our Discord server. And we actually have we had some conversation on the Discord server.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did I miss this?
You missed this it's in the episode discussion.
Speaking of
Toy
Discord,
Box Philosopher, who I'm assuming is
Your mom.
Pete's buddy. He's been on the show before. I suck with names.
Virginia.
My mom's never been on the show. And
It was
she's definitely not friends with Pete.
It was an early episode.
Him and Pete got nothing in common. Her and Pete got nothing in common.
Him and Pete?
No, I said him because I'm trying to remember this guy's name.
I could tell you.
Yeah, this is funnier.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he had some comments on Alien Covenant in our discussion there.
I'm trying to open my Discord, but it's not signed in on my laptop.
Just read mine.
Oh, there we go. Now I got it. I figured it out. It was one of my 4 passwords.
Sorry, Mr. Toy Box. I don't remember your name.
What's going on here? Episode discussion.
This is why you change your Discord handle
Lord.
to...
Asking AI during an... Okay. Per Prometheus discussion, asking AI questions during an episode has got to be bad podcast etiquette. Don't care. Second, this guy does a great job of the video, the Xenomorph life cycle. Okay, well, we're not going to watch that right now.
I've seen those before you posted them.
Thoughts on Alien Covenant episode. I always interpreted the upgrades Walter was referring to being that his system is no longer dependent on the one element David strategically pulled out of his neck.
He was wrong.
Which I took not as a wound healing, but as a little skin knob that covers access to the tube falling back in place.
It was he got stabbed with a flute. He didn't get something pulled out.
Also, based on the black goo being an accelerant,
this is interesting.
It also seems to work differently depending on how much goo you have exposed to you and at what strength or diluted strength. Thus, a little drop in water swallowed and then passed to another person could still remain separate from your system, whereas having your face engulfed in pure black goo would transform your body into a monster, and further, it being released into the air in massive amounts would perhaps immediately accelerate the body to death, i.e. the engineer apocalypse.
I thought that was interesting.
Black goo being more effective in larger doses makes sense, Carl says. And Marshall responds with...
That's it, Marshall!
So I just rewatched the scene on YouTube, and you're both totally right. He stabs him with a flute and then pulls it out again. Somehow I've always missed that he stabbed him and thought the thing he pulled out of his neck was some internal tubing.
Good catch on the black goo, though.
Patreon,
Marshall. I think
man.
that's
speaking of Patreon, you owe me like 2 or 3 posts.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's a thing.
soon.
Sure.
Like yesterday. Like immediately before the steak dinner you owe me.
Okay.
Yeah. So initial impressions?
Thanks for the comments, though, Marshall. Shout
Yes.
out to you.
Yeah.
It's a good conversation.
If you want to get in on this conversation and tell Carl or Marshall or myself
Or Pete.
why we're idiots, Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay. So initial impressions?
Yeah.
This is a great movie. I think this is a really fun and interesting and worthy addition to the franchise, which is a big deal considering the first one came out in, was it 79?
A long time ago.
79. And Alien Romulus came out in 2024. Showing that all these years later, there are still ways to reinvent the franchise, show us some interesting things, like floating through acid and zero gravity, like is some stuff that we haven't seen before.
Yeah. Utilizing, I would say, this is your initial impression. I'm jumping in.
Yeah.
Finish.
Shut up.
I'll shut up.
The only other thing that I'll say is that it, I would say, is the closest to the first one that we've gotten, just in terms of feel and style.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
but it's also the most aggressive R-rated graphic one that we've gotten. And that makes sense to me because the director of this film is the same guy that directed the Evil Dead remake that we watched.
The last two were pretty graphic.
Which was like balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aggressive.
Yeah.
And so this one, the last two were pretty aggressive as well, but this one, moments like seeing a close-up profile shot of trying not to let the face hugger get onto you, and this is the most
little phalange thing
there's like
that goes down the throat is like in and out and like
there's like
slapping
some
all over your
body
face.
horror stuff that happens in this one.
Kind of lean into that.
It's the most aggressive chest
weird
burster.
sexualization of xenomorph biology.
It's the most aggressive or graphic chest bursting scene that I feel like we've gotten.
It comes out slower.
There's just a lot more blood spraying in this one than I think what we're used to. But yeah, I think super solid film. You've been on the show long enough. You can just.
Oh, I thought we asked each other questions and had a conversation. Okay. My initial impression, this film is garbage, total trash.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I mean, that would make for an interesting episode.
It was a fun film. Compared to the last couple where we've had some nitpicks, I don't know if I have many, if any.
Right.
To kind of your point, like doing some different things. I think it does the way it uses things we've seen before differently was really cool.
Yeah.
Which we can get into. It's good film.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you for joining.
Okay, so let's just start there.
Yeah. Okay. So things it did well. So I thought one of the problems you had with the second movie was the number of xenomorphs didn't seem scary. Something to that effect.
I think it was that it was two things. One was that like I didn't know, like it felt like jumping the shark. Like it just felt like one was scary. You know what would be scarier? Sure. 70 of them. And that as a result of having so many in that film specifically, in order to give the humans a chance, they sort of softened or weakened. They made them easier to plow through than it felt like it was in Alien.
Well, in Alien, they didn't have any kind of weaponry to even try and destroy it. All they had
a gun, didn't she?
They had flamethrower.
Yeah, okay.
That was it.
Well, whatever.
So we didn't know how dense and bulletproof these things were. But to the point I'm making, I would say that because they're killing them in droves, they do seem less scary.
Yeah.
The face huggers in hordes, though,
horrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So terrifying.
Because they're nimble little bastards.
The nimble little bastards. And then when they're like trying to creep through them, it's all stealthy. Oh man, you're like, you're on the edge of your seat. Yeah. I thought that was a genius play and a twist on it.
Yeah, because they raise the temperature of the room to match their own body temperature in hopes that the facehuggers won't be able to see them.
Yeah, because their primary way of detecting things is heat.
Thermal.
Yeah.
So you said you don't have
was
any. You don't think you have any nitpicky things. Is
I
that
don't
like?
know.
Is that the official statement?
I don't. Maybe I do. Nothing. The last several movies, there's always been one or two things that have really kind of jumped out at me, and I've been like, that seems far-fetched.
It's a bit of a stretch.
That seems like, from what we know of this universe, that you're jumping, you're stretching things out here.
Yeah.
That biology doesn't track. I guess the only thing that makes me kind of do that a little bit, but at the same time is pretty also kind of plausible, is the new sort of
Don't get into biology. Don't you dare.
I'll just touch on it. The new sort of gestation cocooning of the xenomorph.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that later. Yeah.
The reason I think it's not an issue is because we never really see that kind of in between
You're
stage.
Getting into it.
But anyway, I'm just
being a
yeah.
dick. So let's talk about cast.
Okay. I don't know any of these people except for, actually, I guess that wasn't really that person playing it.
What?
The guy who played Rook.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ian Holmes is kind of in this, kind of not. It's a facial and vocal reference. I mean, what's interesting about this, and what's interesting about this is the version that we watched, which is the version on Disney Plus.
Go Disney Plus.
Is not the theatrical version.
Mm-hmm. No?
No. So
the theatrical version has a more notable cast?
No. So the theatrical
we're talking about cast.
Yeah, no, we're talking about Ian Holm. So the theatrical version is the same as this, with the exception of the fact that it wasn't. You got to move your phone, dude. You got to move your. I'm getting the beep beeps in the air. You're not getting those beep beeps?
No.
You're full of shit.
No.
You're so full of shit.
I pooped this morning. I'm good.
What? Beep beeps in the ear? Somehow that
You
turned
said I'm
into
full of shit. I just said I didn't. I'm not. I pooped.
The theatrical version is the same as this version, with the exception of the fact that the facial CGI for Ian Holm was not completed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, what do you? How so? What do you mean?
The director was not happy with but they ran out of time.
Oh,
right. So they did it,
I see
and
what
it
you're saying.
looked a little jank.
I see what you're saying.
And they weren't. He wasn't super happy with it, and so the home
DVD release was brushed up
by using a facial scan or a facial casting that was done. Because what happened was they went in and they, as they're making this film, they're like, okay, what reference do we have for Ian Holm? How can we recreate his face? Well, no casting of his face was made for the original Alien film. There's no reason to. Nor was any.
So they went to one of those creepy wax museums.
No. Nor was any casting of his face made for any film at the time of the first Alien film. However, there was a casting of his face done for Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh.
And so thanks to Lord of the Rings, they were able to go back in and touch his face up. And
we have a hobbit robot.
Yeah. Which I still don't, I mean,
I guess that makes sense since he's kind of smaller in this film.
Yeah. I didn't see this film in the theaters. Or did I? Did I see this film in the theaters?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. And So I can't comment on the theatrical version. I just know what the trivia is. And deep fake, I mean, I know it's not technically deep fake, but it's that like deep fake adjacent technology.
Right.
Is kind of still hit and miss and weird and jank. It's really Ian Holm, even after the touch up, I would say is the only part of this film where I'm like, it doesn't look great.
I don't think it needs to, though. Like, it's a messed up synth.
No, but it looks like
that synth's been laying there dead for a while.
No, but it's got a little
bit.
It's got a little bit of that Grand Moff Tarkin from Rogue One quality to it, where it just doesn't look like it looks.
Having
like
recently
CGI.
rewatched that, I didn't find that as horrible as I remember it.
Really?
It's noticeable. Like, you notice something's off, but it didn't, like, other than being like a little, just a teeny bit thrown. I thought it was okay.
It's a little uncanny valley.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a little bit what we got here.
I'll give you that.
It's not movie breaking by any
Yeah.
means. But it's not.
Something catches your eye, but it doesn't
it's
pull
not
you out of the
flawless.
moment.
It's not flawless.
Yeah. Sure.
On the topic of cast, though, and flawless, David Johnson, who is the actor that played Andy,
Right.
what an incredible performance in this film. From his like nervous, has his wires crossed, is kind of malfunctioning a little bit
Yeah.
state that he's sort of in when we first find him. We'll call it his natural state when he doesn't have the Wayland Company
It's not upgraded.
chip in him. Not only does he do it really well, but just what a great direction for them to have taken this synthetic in, because it really adds. It just adds a quirky component.
Yeah. It was a little weird at first. Like, synthetics are, robots. We assume these robots have some sort of perfection to them from what we've seen in past films. Now all of a sudden we have one that's kind of defective, but we learn he wasn't originally defective.
No, they found him in the garbage.
Yeah, he was busted, broken, thrown out.
Yeah.
And they fixed him up. And obviously, because they're gutter trash too, they don't have the means and know-how to fully bring him back 100%. So
Yeah.
he's got a few ticks.
Yeah, and I mean, on that, we get to see a whole other aspect of the Wayland Company in this film. The ever-reaching, universe-wide
Oh my goodness.
Wayland Company.
That scene when she goes in to get her release papers.
And she's completed her 12,000 hours, and that 12,000 hours turns into
man.
24,000.
I'm gonna break protocol here again. Emily and I started watching
Oh my god,
Black Mirror, and this reminded me of an episode of Black Mirror we watched. It was just
have you never watched Black Mirror?
I've
previously?
seen. There's a new season.
Oh, okay.
And the first episode of the first season just brought flashbacks of this, and it was like traumatized. We'll get into it later.
Black Mirror is one of those interesting things where, like, I enjoy it, and Brianne and I have watched some of it together. I think
not something to sit down and decompress to.
Well, no, and I think I've watched more of it than maybe she has, but we've definitely watched some together. And I think every time we would watch an episode and the episode would end, even though we wouldn't say it, I think we would both look at each other and have a little bit of like, I don't need this in my life.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't benefiting me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't doing me any good.
It's really good writing.
Oh, it's yeah. I don't really know if there's much else to talk about in terms of cast. Just because, I don't recognize anyone else, but I think everyone in this was great.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, everybody played a great role.
Like nobody phoned in a performance. Everyone felt like their own unique, kind of characters. Yeah, but on the topic of CGI, and my qualms with Rook and the CGI they did on his face. All the other visuals in this movie are great.
Yeah.
Like, it is finely polished.
I thought the space station at the very beginning felt a little weird, but it quickly looked fine.
Yeah, you kind of just quickly accept.
But the very big opening scene. It's just, if there was a moment I was like, oh, that looks kind of fake. Oh, okay, there it is. So I don't know. I'll chalk it up to bad CG lighting. But
bad CG lighting.
Sure.
You want to open that can of worms?
I don't know. Do I?
People should go listen to the Electric State travesty episode.
That's a completely different can of worms.
I still don't understand.
I feel like when you looked at those things, those robots, you were expecting them to look like a specific material, and they were presenting as a
and I know you keep saying that.
Yeah.
I know you keep saying that, and
like
I
mascot.
don't understand because I've explained that that's not at all what I'm saying. I think you just keep saying that because you're trying to justify you just can't. I don't know. You're like naively defending it, but
No, I don't. No. Anyway, people can go listen to that episode. We're not talking about Electric State. We're talking about Romulus.
the effects in Electric State are awful. I don't. I mean, I'm so antsy to talk about the biology, but I want to end with the biology.
The space station was a little weird. Like,
how so?
Well, there was like one spot where it's like they had escalators like at a subway station.
Yeah.
And they had like this weird, not vertical, but like angular lift that they rode in. And then there's not like this vertical lift that they rode in near the end. And then it's like, who built this thing?
This seems like a weird criticism to me because
it's not a criticism. Like it's an interesting setting. I'm sure some engineer out there can come up with plausible reasons for weird spaceship design. Weird spaceship designs is cool. I mean, like the Millennium Falcon is a really weird disc.
I mean, again, the weird spaceship. What's odd to me about this statement or this claim that you're making is that it kind of implies that, like, compared to the space stations that I've been on.
No, just okay.
65 million light years. You view
this
away
space
from
station from the outside. It seems big. Doesn't seem big enough that it needs all these things, but I guess it's bigger than it looks. I'm not trying to make it it's sounding probably more negative than I want it to be.
Bit. You're like,
but like
screwed up the design.
It just seems it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's not a negative thing. I think it's really interesting that they chose to do all these kind of different things, create some different set pieces, and but like trying to piece the map of the space station together.
You're trying to draw a
head
mental blueprint.
Is like, the hell.
That's what you were expending brain energy on while watching.
At a few moments, yeah. Like especially when they're like, we get some like viewport, like we see them kind of in a viewport and they kind of zoom out to the space station. Makes me feel like the space station isn't that big, but then we see these big chasms of where lifts operate, and it's like, okay, it is that big. why don't they just use like the same lift all over the place?
So wild. We're watching Alien Romulus. A normal human being is sitting there going, oh no, the xenomorph's coming. Carl's sitting there going, wonder how many fire exits this thing has.
Why does this lift go vertical and that one go on an angle?
Is this up to code?
Is there a lift that goes horizontal in this thing too? Because that'd be cool.
Now he just got stabbed up against that wall. Is that a load-bearing wall, or is that?
That plays a which walls are which is pretty important in this film because they can't shoot the aliens because they're on the ground floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it really matters because we've seen in previous Alien films that it will go through multiple floors.
Yeah.
So,
but
know.
It's more immediate because they're on the ground floor.
Right.
Yeah, there's not another floor for it to land on and burn for a bit before it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, what I was saying about the Wayland Company, yeah, to see that there's like a full mining planet.
Yeah.
That is very like, not quite. I'm trying to compare it to like other films that I've seen. It's got like it's a little Star Wars-esque in ways.
An indentured servitude-ness to it.
Well, it just that they're all kind of like it sort of felt, it had a little bit of like Corellia from Star Wars, right? Like this is a planet you just don't get off.
Right.
But also, yeah, that like they're not imprisoned, but they might as well be.
Oh,
because
they're definitely indentured.
Yeah. And like, but why? And I mean, it doesn't matter. Like there's no part of me that came out of this film going, yeah, but you never explained why they were all there. Like, I don't care.
It's not important to the plot.
Not important at all. But yeah, just wild.
All you need to know is that they have to serve out some sort of work sentence.
They said they were mining limestone.
They're mining something. I don't remember what.
I think it was limestone, which I don't like. See, then I get curious. See, now I've talked myself into needing an explanation. Why would the Wayland Corporation want limestone?
Concrete.
But for what?
Building shit.
They mostly build spaceships. Don't they? Like, is it not all...
All the infrastructure on planets that you need to build?
For the purposes of shopping centers?
Building other things? Harvesting other resources?
I guess. It's just like, just a machine that feeds another machine.
Yeah.
Like, they're just one of those
that's how
companies.
Corporations work, isn't it?
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Do we just talk about biology
Let's
now?
just talk about biology.
Okay, gosh. And it feels weird because there isn't even really...
It's pretty standard.
Because this film takes place... Oh, okay, no, there is something.
There's two things.
Well, yeah, so...
There's two big things.
So this film, chronologically, is the second film. Takes place between Alien and Aliens.
Right.
And as a result, we don't see any new evolutions of the xenomorph.
Yeah. We get aliens because they end up finding and harvesting the alien that gets shot out of the airlock from Alien
in the
1.
first one. So yes. And we see him like all crucified and hanging from the rafters.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Because he survived. They shot him up.
So we don't get any new evolutions of the xenomorph, and I appreciate that because it would be very tempting creating one of these films to be like, let's create our own version of it. But also it would create sort of a weird continuity question of like, well, why was that version never seen in any of the subsequent films?
Right. It kind of takes care of itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I like that. We do see the xenomorph in a cocoon of sorts.
Right. So we get from after the chest burster pops out, he runs around, he sheds some skin to get a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
which we have seen in the past.
Just as humans do.
But then all of a sudden, there's this big vag-looking cocoon on the wall.
That's a weird thing to say.
That's what it is.
It's a
Is
cocoon.
it? Am I wrong?
I mean, no. It's just a weird, crass kind of. Yeah, but it's just we don't need to.
It's what it is.
It's but there's class and then there's you.
That's why you brought me on this show. Bring more class.
No, it was a lapse of judgment, is what it was. But I like that because here's the thing, we've never seen this before, but we've also
never seen this before.
Never seen this period of the xenomorph's life.
We've never seen it.
We see the little xenomorph, and then we get
husk on the ground, but we don't actually see the in between.
And then we get some breathing room. Usually in these films,
Yeah.
we get some breathing room where the xenomorph is somewhere off in the ship, and then by the time we see the xenomorph again, it's a full-grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
And so not only is this something that's plausible based on what we've seen before, I feel like it also serves as a little bit of an explanation for how it gets so big so fast. Right? That it is part of its life cycle is that it is going into some sort of metamorphosis thing.
Yeah.
Which really just drives, and I don't know why this is the tipping point for me.
It doesn't even really metamorphosis though. It just gets bigger quicker.
Well, yeah, but it gets darker and it.
Yeah.
But what an absolutely bonkers life cycle this thing has. And I don't know why just now I'm like, this is ludicrous. I don't know why the cocoon is what pushes me over the edge, but like, good Lord, this thing. And what's wild to me, and maybe this is something to be explained or explored in a future Aliens film. As far as I know, and I could be wrong, we've really only ever seen aliens that are a few days old at most.
I would say no.
No?
Well, the aliens in Aliens 2 would have been there for months.
Yeah, they've been there a while. But you know what I mean? Like, there's territory to explore, I think, in, like, what happens to a xenomorph after a year?
What happens to a xenomorph when he retires?
Right.
What happens to a xenomorph when his old age security runs out?
Why are you such a dick today? I don't know why you can't just play nice on this podcast. No, but you know what I mean? Like, is that the final
stage? Yeah.
Sure, it like rapid fires through the first 17 stages.
Yeah.
So there's reason to believe that's its final.
Maybe if it makes it to its 20th birthday, it can become a queen if there is no queen present.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it could become one.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll be watching your career closely. We'll make a decision on your 20th birthday.
It depends on how many heads you've popped with your second mandible.
But the not necessarily biology thing, but the lore thing that I think was going over my head a little bit is the inclusion of black goo in this film and what Rook's involvement in that was.
He literally spelled it out.
What's he say?
Okay, the goo came from them sucking the life something out of the
xenomorph.
out of the face huggers specifically,
Right.
and that it was, which I'm assuming was kind of like the egg implantation was what they're sucking out,
Right.
and they reverse engineered it to create the black goo. But
this is a different black goo than what we've seen in the past.
They then synthesized the black goo because they realized it was pretty unstable. Synthesized it to try and make a more stable thing. The reason for it, he said, was because, and this was all happening when we were watching the rat being crushed and then reformed. Is that humans are fragile. They're not meant to survive in space.
I think
they need their evolution for them to not just survive but thrive in space. Their evolution needs to be forced more quickly to the next stage.
I think it was just a little odd,
and that's what they're synthesizing the goo for.
I think it's a little odd or a weird choice or an unnecessary choice to use black goo again, but have it be a different black goo than what we've seen in the past.
I don't think so.
No?
I think because the groundwork's been laid, that's where these xenomorphs kind of originate from, is black goo.
Yeah.
Then I think it's very plausible and makes perfect sense for it to be synthesized out of them.
But it's different black goo.
Not originally.
No. But
they took the black goo and synthesized it into something new.
Into something else, right. Because what Kay injects into her neck is not the black goo from Prometheus.
No, it's like a tamed down version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which apparently is not, which is getting into the biology, has the same effect on her that it does on what's her name from What's It movie.
Wow.
Andromeda? No. That's Star Wars.
Covenant?
The first one where we see the engineer.
Prometheus.
Because she drinks her
Yes.
partner drinks the fluid.
So on that, what are your thoughts on the ending of this?
I thought that was, it looks like an engineer.
Right.
Which I thought was really weird.
Yeah.
But I guess makes a little bit of sense because humans are derived from engineered DNA.
Yeah.
Kind of a full circle thing. It's a little bit poetic, I guess.
Yeah.
But then it's also very xenomorphy too.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's an interesting thing about
Definitely
this film.
has some intelligence.
I do think it's interesting to I don't know. To me, this film, although a prequel, in-between-quil, we'll call it, it definitely feels like it's asking for another film that happens in the continuity following this one.
And what would that film? How would that film?
No, do you know what I mean though? Like there is, because I assume this is the other biology big event that you were talking about.
Yeah, the second gestation, and then and then this,
and so the fact that we don't see any of that, like it's a big thing introduced with over 100 years of in-film lore that follows this, that doesn't touch on or deal with it at all. At a time long after the engineers or anything like the engineers have been wiped out and extinct.
Sure.
Do you not?
I'm not sure where you're tracking.
I just feel like they have somewhere to take this. Right? That this
like
is them laying groundwork.
Again?
Well, the black goo, or just like this new whatever, this new species, because it's not a xenomorph.
But we have, but all that stuff's been destroyed.
Yeah, has it though?
Yeah.
Has it though?
I mean, I get unless they want to do something like what they did with this one.
Like we thought the alien that got sucked
unless
out.
They want to go find the alien frozen in space to. Yeah, I will say though, I think Marshall's on the money with the black goo dosage thing.
Yeah.
Right, like because we got this is obviously a toned down version of black goo, small dose. In the fetus absorbs it instead of the human host.
I think toned down is misleading. I think it's more than just toned down.
Refined,
I think it's been
maybe is a
changed.
Better word. Refined's probably a better word. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Refined. They've tried to take out as much of the negative properties as possible.
I mean, it feels weird. It feels weird that I don't feel like I have anything else to say. The biology section was real short, but I guess maybe
because there's not a lot new.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot new, and there's also just there's zero confusion. So it doesn't feel like there's much to debate. Maybe it's just like, I've run into this several times on this podcast before, where I sit down after watching a truly great film, and I'm struggling to say anything other than it was great. Yeah, that was great. Mm-hmm. Great action. It's scary. The acting's great. No complaints. Like complaints or picking a film apart or debating when two people disagree about something. That's where like the real meat and potatoes seems to be. There's no meat and potatoes here.
So we're calling it.
It's a great film. Yeah, we can score this. I think so.
All right.
So Alien Romulus, on a scale of 0 to 10. Now, how did I score the previous ones? Because, wow, really, eh? Yeah. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's a truly great film. It's a fun, scary monster movie, popcorn flick. And I had a blast with it. I'm going to give it an 8. You pondering, or are you being passive aggressive, waiting for me to ask?
No, I'm pondering.
Okay.
Because I'm rating it in the box of alien films.
Right.
So I'm also kind of backtracking scores here.
Which, by the way, the 8 that I gave it does mean
it's the best alien film.
I think it's the best one.
Right. And I gave Prometheus an 8. I really enjoyed 8. And there was a lot of new biology in that.
There was.
Man. There's a part of thinking about Prometheus and how it gave us all that new biology, which was really interesting in conversation. I was like, part of me is thinking, maybe this film should have give us more biology to chew on.
But is there also something nice about back to basics?
Well, that's the thing. Like, did it need to?
Yeah.
Right?
You're constantly trying to up itself.
Especially based on, like, this is the story.
Yeah.
There's not a lot. The crazy thing about Prometheus is that there were a lot of variables.
Yeah.
Right? There's the goo. There were the eggs. There was the engineer.
Yep.
There was being impregnated by a seed that was infected with the goo.
Yeah.
Right? So there's all these wild variables that created opportunity for wild genetic craziness.
Yep.
I mean, this story didn't have any of that. It didn't need any of that.
No.
I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's on par.
2
I think it does as good a job telling the story as Prometheus, and it keeps it simple while doing it.
So there's an interesting precedent being set here, because we both gave this an 8. We also both gave Alien Covenant a 7.5, which means so far we are in complete agreement with the films I am selecting.
Sure.
It'll be interesting to see how long that can last. I'm guessing not past this one.
Well, this is the last Alien film.
The last Alien film. Yeah. So we're back to the next time I show you a film. To anyone's guess.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyone's game.
You don't know what it'll be.
Yeah. So far, it's your game.
It is. Well, it is my game. Yes, because it is worth noting that in the
your total average score is 7.8 for both of us.
Yeah,
which is fun.
Which is odd. Giving me an overall average score of 7.8.
Yep.
And you have an overall. You okay there?
Got a frog in my throat, apparently.
And you have an overall average score of 6.3.
Yeah.
And this is like, I was thinking about this earlier.
Neverending Story was not what I remembered.
It is this beginning. It is right now, and maybe for the next 3 films each, where you have a lot of sway power.
Yeah.
Where you can really...
Thinking back on last week, I really thought Neverending Story was going to do a lot better than it did.
Yeah. Even you only gave it a 6.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of shit the bed on that.
The rose-colored glasses definitely came off on that one.
Yeah, that's a shame.
It's like a little disappointing.
Worked out in my favor. I was definitely disappointed watching it, which is like a weird double-edged sword, right?
Weird
because
flex.
I want to win, but that also means that every 2 weeks I have to sit through a shit film. Like, I don't get to walk away from it going, oh, yeah, My Name's Bruce is great. What'd you watch this week?
Watch some Black Mirror.
Yeah, Black Mirror.
Oh,
yeah,
my God. We've seen 2 episodes. Oh, my goodness. The first episode of this newest season. So, Black Mirror's, like we said, great writing.
Yep.
But it does... And it always makes you kind of think about whatever topic they're focused on. But I think it does 2 things really well. One is the tone of each episode usually is vastly different. Because there are some episodes that are a lot lighter and don't make you feel horrible about the direction the world's going in. And then there are some episodes that make you feel horrible about the way the world's direction the world is going in. The first episode of the new season makes you feel real crappy about the direction the world is going in. it was we finished watching it, and Emily usually is like 1 episode and then bed.
Yeah.
We finished watching it. She's like, I can't go to bed like this. We need to watch something lighter. Like we need to decompress show. So we quickly scrolled through Netflix and we found a comedy show to watch. So we started also watching a show called The 4 Seasons.
Okay. Like as in the hotel?
No, as in like the 4. I think they're basing it more on
like,
the 4 seasons.
Like winter, spring, summer, and
there's
fall?
8 episodes. It seems like they're going to do
2 episodes.
We've only seen
season?
2 episodes, but yeah, 2 episodes for each season.
Okay.
But it's wild. It's got Steve Carell.
Okay. Yeah, I know him.
And I can't remember 2 SNL figures.
Will Forte.
Yeah, that's it. Will Forte.
That was by the way, a total guess. The guy just threw out a name. Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, it was Will Forte and Tina Fey. Okay.
Tina Fey is always great.
Yeah. And then so far the rest of the cast has been really fun. It's pretty good, lighthearted comedy. Not super hilarious, but fun. And then I've continued to watch The Bad Batch. Because I mentioned that last week, right?
No.
I didn't?
No.
Oh, I started The Bad Batch.
Started over like season 1?
No, like the new season.
Season 3.
Yeah.
And?
I watched a couple episodes last week that I forgot to mention.
And?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it great?
Yeah. Oh, man. And so, like, I'm already about halfway through. So there's already been a lot of, like, cameo appearances.
Yeah.
Which just, like, you got it. I can see why you really enjoyed it, having just come off all of Clone Wars and jumped into it. Because all those cameos are Clone Wars cameos. Like, when Asajj Ventress shows up, you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It helps tie everything.
Especially, like, because I went from, I've seen all the Clone Wars, but I went from watching Andor to Rogue One, and then I decided, I'll do the Tales of the Underworld, which Asajj Ventress is a
big part.
The other half of the series in that.
Yeah.
So it was like she shows up in Bad Batch again. It's like, oh crap, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
because the Tales of the Empire, a lot of that storyline would take place right around the same time frame. As Bad Batch.
Yeah,
which is cool, and that was pretty much it.
No movie night, no family movie night.
Oh, was that this weekend? No, because I was away at another youth conference.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Why do you
so freaking crazy? My job is wild.
Why do you hate your family so much?
It's like long weekend. I was away at a youth conference. The next weekend, wife and daughter away at a women's conference. Next weekend, I'm away at a youth conference. This weekend,
we got you guys in conferences.
We got a big family thing. Next weekend, the weekend after this one, I'm down in Toronto helping to run a big BattleTech convention.
Conventions and conferences. Like, what do you?
This is crazy. What a crazy life.
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
We're a rock star there. Lilo and Stitch.
The new one?
Both.
Did you watch the animated before going?
No. And we're glad. I think Brianna and I are both glad that we rewatched because we had both seen the animated one.
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Well, Pete hadn't.
What? Has he still not?
No, he has now. He's seen both now. But
I'm very interested on your takes here.
So there will be. I'm not gonna go too crazy because we're gonna do a review on the new one.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh. I gotta listen to it.
But
you should all listen to it. I don't want to listen. Just kidding.
It is. We're glad that Brianna and I were both glad that we didn't rewatch the animated one first. Because we're like, well, then we would have just been sitting in the theater the whole time directly comparing it.
Right.
They do change a lot.
Yeah, they do. From what I've heard. Like a lot.
They do keep a lot the same. Like a lot of things they really pay homage to the original.
Okay.
It is possibly, all I will say is the new one is possibly the cutest and most heartfelt live action remake we've gotten from Disney. And I shed a tear.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good. There are some scenes where you're like, I don't know if this scene is as good as it is in the animated one. There are several scenes where they did it better this time.
Really?
Yeah, where they were able to add in some layer and some connection and some whatever. Yeah,
I've been hearing nothing but negative.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
And like the negative reviews I'm reading, they're not like they seem very sound and basis.
So I'm curious. Lilo and Stitch. Ba 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 ba. I mean, the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the one that you tend to side with the audience
usually end
score,
up tracking there. Yeah.
has a 93%.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't
What's
know what
the critic
negative
score.
I don't 71.
Not even that worse. Huh?
No.
Interesting.
So
I don't know. Yeah, just
yeah.
things popping up in my feed. They're saying like, I don't know, stuff about how Nani ends up leaving Lilo to go to school instead of staying and keeping Ohana together.
Yeah, but they do a real cute thing with it.
And I heard it was lazy.
Oh, I don't think it's lazy at all. No.
Portal gun's not lazy?
In what? I mean, there's portals in the animated one.
There is?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. You need to rewatch the animated one.
Apparently. What was the other big one? Oh, the Bubbles not being the caseworker.
Yeah. So he's not the caseworker.
Yeah, there's another lady who plays caseworker. They separated that into two roles.
Yep.
They had beef with that.
But it's really, really special because the woman who plays the caseworker in this is the voice of Nani from the animated one.
So
it's a nice nice tie-in to have her there.
But if you wreck the character of Bubbles by doing it,
the character of Bubbles is not wrecked in this film.
Well,
yeah.
You've seen the film.
Yeah. No, it's great. I liked it.
Sure. I have not seen it.
We saw the final we watched the final episode of Obi-Wan.
Oh, cool. Yeah, big fight.
Yep.
Does it hold up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Positively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creates a couple of like little weird like
because they fight again.
That doesn't bother me at all. That is easily like, yes, it's a retcon from what was originally intended, but it doesn't actually create any continuity issues because all Vader says is, "This is a presence I haven't felt since," and then he walks out of the room. Right. Yeah. So whatever.
Doesn't elaborate.
Works totally fine. Yeah. The only weird thing is Vader does say, "When I left you, I was but the apprentice. Now I am the master," or whatever. Mm-hmm. Right. But whatever. Right. He's a Sith. He's talking out of his ass. No, it does create a little bit of a weird like. Years ago, you served my father in the Clone Wars. Yeah, but 9 years ago, you also went on a big adventure together. Right? Like,
right. But you
what are you talking about?
Said last week that there is a perception there that she perceives them as two different people. And she never meets Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right. And so it's possible that that's what's happening there. There's a little bit of a weird thing because Obi-Wan is the one that ultimately gives Luke that like starfighter toy that he's playing with in A New Hope, right? And he kind of suggests when he's having the conversation with Owen in A New Hope, he's like, I was wondering if he was talking about that old Ben Kenobi that like, blah, blah, blah. And it just feels like, it just feels weird now to watch that scene and be like, the one that gave me the toy I play with all the time, right? Like, I don't know. It just, in A New Hope, it seems like maybe he's never actually met this Ben guy. He's just aware of him. He's a local hermit.
I would assume he would have. I always assumed he would have met him at least once or twice to know of him.
And maybe, probably. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. So it was good. We are 2 episodes away from finishing the first season of Rebels.
Oh.
And you were right. It's not until about episode 12 where we're like, okay.
Starting to pick up.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Ezra's a little bit of a dip until he starts training.
Honestly, the biggest thing I would say is that the first 3/4 of this season, and I mean, it is compared to something like Bad Batch or, Clone Wars felt like a show that was pretty mature and enjoyable by adults, sometimes got pretty mature in its themes.
Right.
Bad Batch feels like a show. It's an animated show made for older audiences.
Yeah. It's made for the kids who grew up with
watching Clone Wars.
Because Clone Wars was
2008.
No, how many seasons?
7.
7.
Wow, 6, and then
6 seasons. So you start watching Bad Batch when you're 7.
Yeah.
But 6 years later,
yeah,
you're 13, 15. 14,
well, and there was
15,
a gap,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
It's even bigger than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rebels is pretty juvenile. Like the first, at least up until this point, it's clearly much more not in that it's like goofy and dumb. It's just not as.
It's Saturday morning cartoon.
It is very much a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah. But it does do the same thing as Clone Wars, because the first season of Clone Wars is pretty Saturday morning cartoon, kind of juvenile too, and it matures.
Yeah. So we are 2 episodes away from finishing the first season, and then we're doing something kind of weird.
Are you jumping away from Rebels?
We are.
Oh.
For 1 season. Because
Mandalorian?
No.
No.
Because if you look at the timeline, the first season of Rebels, because there's 4 seasons of Rebels.
Right.
The first season of Rebels is set in the year 5 BBY.
Okay.
As is the first season of Andor.
Oh, so you're going to watch Andor?
So we're going to watch the first season of Andor.
Yeah, because season 2 time jumps several times drastically.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish the first season of Rebels, then we're gonna watch the first season of Andor, then we're gonna go back and finish all of Rebels, then watch season 2 of Andor and go straight into Rogue One.
Very cool.
Which it again won't be a perfect timeline thing.
No,
but will be much closer than.
It'll be more enjoyable than watching some Rebels, watching a episode of Andor, watching some Rebels.
We did that with the Arrowverse, and after a while, it got
complicated.
Well, it got complicated, and it also there was a point in time where because when you set out to do the Arrowverse, you start by watching the first 2 seasons of Arrow, so you're in one show.
Yeah.
And then Flash gets introduced, and so you're kind of jumping back and forth a little bit between Arrow and Flash. There is a point, by the time you reach season 4 or 5 of Arrow, where you're watching Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Constantine, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, right? And you're just
you're like, episode here, episode over there, episode up there, episode
this
down
one,
here.
this one, repeat. This one.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like
instead of just being one show, you're watching. Yeah.
And all because you're trying to build towards the end of season crossover event.
Yeah, and even though these 2 Star Wars shows take place in the same universe, they don't really cross over.
No,
actually, they don't. I would say season 2 of Andor and Rebels don't cross over at all.
The only thing that sort of ties the shows together, in my mind, is that they are both shows about the birth of the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think Saw Gerrera shows up at some point in Rebels, but outside of that. But Andor essentially almost the entire, after the 2nd or 3rd episode, it just does 1 year time jump, 1 year time jump, 1 year time jump.
That's wild.
Until
Rogue One. That's wild.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's all I watched.
Cool.
Made a fun decision. Remember I was saying I think the next series I'm going to show my mom is the Jurassic films?
Sure. Yeah.
Not anymore.
No? You
No.
got something else in mind?
Yeah. I think I'm going to show her Mission Impossible.
Oh.
And what's interesting is if you had asked me 5 years ago, would Mom be interested in Mission Impossible? I would say no, not a chance in hell.
I'm going to go watch a new one.
But then, well, not even that. Then just watching films with my mom, doing this, showing her Star Wars, showing her Lord of the Rings, which, by the way, we, while watching, what series did we just finish? We just finished Ghostbusters. And all throughout Ghostbusters, like every week she would show up to watch a movie and she'd be like, so after this, can we rewatch Lord of the Rings? Like she's like ready for another 24 hours of Middle Earth. Like she's just like so thirsty for it. But yeah, seeing sort of her taste, I would say, evolve in film over the last year and a bit. Yeah, it just occurred to me. I was like, maybe she would like this. And so I showed her one scene on YouTube. I showed her the bathroom fight scene from Fallout.
Oh, with
Henry Cavill.
And
still so good.
The shotgun arms.
Reloads his fists. Yeah. And I said, Mom, I'm going to show you a scene from a series that I think I want to show you. I know when I tell you what it is, you're going to grumble, but just bear with me.
Bear with her, yeah.
And so she watched, and I said, it's Mission Impossible, and she was like, oh, God. And I showed her the scene, and I said, so? And she said, I hate that I'm saying this, but I am interested. As she said, I hate Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
She said,
I'm with you, Lisa.
She said, but... She said, even though I hate Tom Cruise,
I love Henry Cavill.
I have to, she says, you have to admit, you have to concede that he is a great actor.
Yeah.
The man can act.
At times, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't like him,
yeah,
but the man can act.
He's a dink. Yeah.
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 I like him in movies. I just don't like him outside of movies.
Every time I think about that Henry Cavill fight scene, have you heard his interviews with him talking about that?
Yes.
It's so great. He's like, because it's not in the script.
No.
They did the take over, like, as they do with most Mission Impossible films. They shoot a scene 40 times before they yell cut. And he was just getting tired and getting thrown around, and just, I guess, one scene he did that because he's just like, all right, here we go, chicka chicka, let's get this another scene. And then they all right, let's do it again, but that again. But he didn't do it.
Oh,
the story I've heard him tell is he didn't do it, and they immediately yelled cut before the fight starts. And like, what are you doing? Do the thing again.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. Well, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all listed down below. We have a Patreon page where Carl's going to send me a post.
Sure.
By the end of the weekend, so that I can get that posted.
Maybe. I might have some time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do something.
Yeah, he'll put it together tomorrow instead of working.
I'll make a flow chart of xenobiology.
Do it. That would be sick. Do it. And we have merch.
Discord's got the
Discord. Well, yeah, that's part of the Patreon.
Discord.
Yeah, you can debate shit with us.
Join Marshall.
Yeah, get on there and tell. Literally, the Discord is there for you to laugh with us, share posts, shit talk us. Do it like it is an open forum to just engage.
I like sharing meme pictures and things from Facebook. Meme?
As in like
memes.
Like. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like a 2-year-old. Me.
Pick me.
And merch.
Moich. Yeah. We got anything new?
Not in the last month and a half, but
stickers are the newest thing.
Stickers.
Pretty cool, though. They're cool stickers.
I saw one on the back of a van the other day.
No, you didn't.
I swear.
Was it your mom's van?
No. I have no idea whose van it was. It's possible that I know them.
I bet you it was Daphne.
I don't know. I don't know what Daphne drives. Could be.
I bet you any money.
Any money?
Not any money.